What's up, YouTube? CX91193 going to give you a quick review of the 501st and the 212th Airborne Trooper. So both of these kits are KW design. The helmets are Skygun Bros, and the belt is a DW design belt, so it's a rubber belt, and I love it. So I made this first one right here in the summer of 2015, and I love the Airborne so much that I built another one. The first one, as anything else, it's not quite as fitting. You're a little bit more careful with it. I don't want to break anything. And with the second one, I kind of knew what I was doing, so I made the second one fit me much better, have a bit better maneuverability in it, and man, it just fits me a lot better. I love the orange one. It's the only one that you see in the movie, the Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith. The Battle of Utapau, you see my character right here for about 15 seconds maybe throughout 3 or 4 different scenes. The only way you can really see him is with the helmet. You've got to kind of be looking for that helmet. But yeah, I loved it so much that I made a second one, and the second one fits me much better, a little bit tighter in some places and looser in others, just for maneuverability's sake. But yeah, let's jump in. Let's get a review going. And if you have any questions or comments or any suggestions, something like that, let me know in the comments section. I'll have a response or something, and we can go on. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy. All right, well, let's just jump into the helmet review then. So both of my helmets are Skygun Bro custom creation helmets. They're very fun helmets to work with. Very easy to cut and maneuver and manipulate. They weigh about 7 pounds, I'd say, and they're not so much heavy when you're wearing them, but carrying it around and everything else, it does actually get kind of heavy. It's fiberglass resin, so it's not the ABS plastic or anything like that. It's kind of the real deal. So I would suggest getting a Dremel or something, maybe a really fine file or something for the lens. I used a Dremel throughout the entire process, and I think it looks pretty good. Cut out the ears and lined it with some chicken wire behind there so you can't see into it very well. Same with the nose piece and down here with the cheeks. I've got my fan situated about right here, and it blows air up into the visor, and that's just going to keep you cool in the summertime, and it keeps it from fogging up regardless of the temperature and the seasons. It's a must. Helmet fans are an absolute must. On the other side, pretty much the same thing, and I'll do a quick show of the inside on the orange one. All right, let's look in the inside of the helmet. So you can see I've got a couple pads in here. Nothing that you can't find off of Amazon. These are the gray pads are military pads. Again, you can get those on Amazon for like $16, and they kind of squeeze my head to keep it on straight, with the helmet on straight, and they work pretty well. Generally speaking, because I'm 6'2", and I kind of have to look down anyway. On people, the visibility of the helmets is pretty bad. Let's see. Yeah, you're not going to be able to tell a whole lot from the video here, but the visibility is pretty bad. You get about 4 or 5 feet, worth of vertical sight, and it's just really not enough. So you're having to move your head kind of a lot, looking around and making sure nobody's going to be bumping into you. With the fan, have that guy right there attached to a pocket juice, so it's just a multi-charger for your cell phone. If I were to take it out, you could see it. It just charges via the wall, and when you're finished, you pop it in your helmet, throw it on with some Velcro, turn it on, and the fan goes to town. So I've got it aiming right now, covering the visor. And that helps out a lot. So if you are into cosplay and stuff like that and are wearing a helmet fans are a must. They're going to save your life big time, especially when it gets summertime. Here in Georgia, it's really bad, really hot. The humidity is pretty terrible too, so you're lens will fog up and won't be able to see anything, and it's pretty bad. So a helmet fan is a must. And again, this is just my little setup. There's a lot of other people that do different setups and maybe have it a little bit better than mine, or you just gotta find out what works for you, and this works really well for me. So have any questions, drop them in the comments. Okay, moving on down from the helmet, we've got the chest and the shoulder pieces. My shoulder pieces are held on with a piece of about 3-inch fabric, black, and that just attaches to the shoulder pieces here. Some E6000. It's a glue that you can pick up from Walmart, and it works wonders. It's very, very easy, very, very fun. Not really fun to work with, but it's very easy to work with, I'd say. We got the 501st paint scheme there on the chest. It's such a really beautiful paint scheme. It's a very pretty blue. So I think that's kind of why I made a decision to go with the 501st also. It's just a very pretty blue piece. Yeah, so the shoulders are pretty easy. Again, attached to the chest itself with some fabric and E6000. The shoulder on my left side has a bandolero, a shotgun bandolero, so it's made for shotgun shells. But I went to Walmart and found a dowel about the size of a shotgun shell, and boom, it fit, made all the difference. So painted the bandolero itself gray, and had the bullet canisters, if you will, had those painted black, and took a screw with a Sharpie and kind of colored it in, added a little bit of flair to it, and I think it looks pretty good. Of course, weathered with black and white, made it look like you've been in some war or battle or something. Pretty neat. Let me know what you guys think about the weathering. What your techniques are for weathering, and maybe you have something better, and I'd love to incorporate some of that too into my builds. And who knows, man, if you guys maybe have an easier method, let me know. But let's keep on going down. We'll hit the biceps. So nothing too sporty, nothing too special about the biceps. I had the biceps connected with a piece of elastic fabric, so it kind of keeps the bicep riding about right there when you're wearing it. Looks pretty good. On the other side, we have an ammunition canister also. That'll go for our gun, but of course it's just held on with some E6000 again, and some shoestring. The shoestring goes all the way around, and it all connects underneath the canister itself, so you can't see it. It kind of keeps it clean. And throughout the wraparound, you've got some hot glue or E6000 again, kind of holding everything in place so it doesn't move. But that's pretty much it for the biceps. Nothing to it. I've got some foam inside the biceps themselves, so it kind of keeps everything from riding too crazily up and around. It kind of holds it all in place. And then with the strap right here, it's not going anywhere. So that keeps it all pretty well situated where it needs to be. And then just with everything else, with your shoulder pieces, it's really not going to allow the bicep to pull down very much. Again, I've got plenty of foam in the shoulder pieces so they don't go too far down or too far up. It kind of holds right there at the shoulder. A 2-inch elastic band keeps me from throwing it down or something. It kind of keeps it all tight. And it also allows me pretty decent mobility. So when I'm wearing everything, I can pretty much reach across my body. I know a lot of times there'll be another, actual plastic band that goes around here, but I don't know. It looks like you would lose a lot of mobility, especially when you bend your arm like that. It seems like you would definitely bend some plastic that way. But the elastic works out great. Don't really have to worry about breaking anything very much. And the foam holds it all really in together. Moving down, we've got the forearms. Forearms are great. The right side's got a compat on it. Just a little bit of Bondo, put that bad boy on, and plenty of sanding, plenty of sanding, plenty of sanding. It's Bondo after Bondo, layer after layer, and I think I had 3 or 4 actual Bondo layers on this just to hold this to the forearm itself. But you know, again, I think it looks awesome. Again, let me know about the weathering. Let me know what you think, and maybe I could make a couple adjustments and, I don't know, make it pop even better. Same on the other side, minus the compad, the cool 501st paint scheme with the pretty blue. And as before with the biceps, you've got foam in there to kind of keep everything from moving around. We've got the ab piece right here, and the cod piece, the belt, and behind us our kind of our bum flat piece. And I'll show you kind of what those look like outside of the mannequin. Those are all held on with Velcro, and it's a lot easier than, you know, trying to actually fix them all together, because the Velcro will give, whereas the kit itself won't. You know, you'd rather rip it off the Velcro than actually bend a piece of plastic. So this is my ab piece right here, and the cod piece underneath it. Again, it's all held on with Velcro. You can hear it tearing right there. And this is the back piece. So my belt will go across right here and basically hold onto the back piece right here. Just kind of see what it looks like. It just kind of comes to an end right there. Got a couple holes in the comma because, you know, I don't know, it looks like I've been through a battle or something now. Maybe I've had a couple close calls with some bullets. And I went to Joann's. It's a fabric store, a local fabric store here, and just picked out one that looks kind of the closest resemblance to the movie. Picked it out and just kind of rubbed it through the dirt and took a lighter to a couple places, burnt holes in it. And Walmart had some 1-inch fabric with some clamps, and that's how that happens. So those clamps will attach right here to the belt. It's just an easy piece of foam, and boom, E6000, glue it to the back of the belt. You're pretty well set. So the belt, you can see, has a lot of Velcro, because this bad boy weighs probably 10-15 pounds, I'd say. You can look at it, it's all rubber. It's pretty dense and heavy rubber too. So, you know, it can get pretty heavy after a while. And with the garter system I have, I don't really have to worry about it pulling everything else down. But yeah, you kind of got to be ready to put it on. And of course, the grenade canister here. So, kind of seeing the individual pieces. Now let's go see how it looks on the mannequin again. So you see the clips and everything else with the comma. Go to the belt, and here I have these detached right now, but you see just some Velcro will go to the belt top right here, an ammunition canister right here, so that'll attach, boop, and that goes to the command harness right there. And you have a second one on this side. Again, I have them detached because I'm just reworking a couple things, but this one right here will go to this ammo box. And I've got one final one back here in the back. So this is how everything looks put all together, and it works pretty well, pretty darn well. So now we have the thighs, and so inside they don't look the best. I didn't paint the inside of them, so it's kind of how it came. The way you have to attach the two sides, kind of ugly if you don't do it pretty. And again, nobody sees the inside, so you know it doesn't really bother me that it looks kind of nasty. But so again, the garter system that I have, it's just a set of suspenders, so it'll hold this up, if you can see, and it's just a black set of suspenders that run over my shoulders and into my thighs, and they just clip on right there. Hold everything up, and again, it's just some more support for the belt and the codpiece and everything else. So when it kind of settles down, you've got the suspenders and everything else holding it right back up with the thighs. And again, you can kind of see how close they are together there on the mannequin. So pretty close, but it all fits me very well, and it holds itself up pretty decent. So we got the right calf right here, or I'm sorry, the right thigh right here, and the left thigh right here. Again with the diagonal paint scheme, it looks super cool. I've got some foam inserts right there just to help hold it in place, keep it from rocking very much, and again a second tab for the garter system. Moving down just a hair, we've got the knee pieces, and those are pretty cool. I've got a set of volleyball straps. They're like a volleyball pad straps, and that mixed with the foam keeps you from sliding and turning very much. A lot of times, if you've ever noticed, some cosplayers have a problem with their knees spinning or getting out of place. If you have enough foam and a way to kind of keep it from spinning, the foam keeps it out and the strap keeps it from rocking back and forth, and it pretty much keeps itself straight for me. So maybe that might be a system that you can look into. Plenty of foam, and again, nobody sees the inside of this, so I didn't really care to make it look super pretty. So just a lot of E6000 glue, a lot of foam, and for mine, again, I was worried about the plastic bending, so I put some screws. I don't remember the exact name of these screws, but it allows this back piece to spin or to rock back and forth, and it's great for when I put the kit up, like in my box. It allows it to kind of bend and flex a lot more easily, and maybe get it into the nook and cranny places that the box needs it to fit into. And here's my other knee. Again, plenty of foam. You don't have to worry about it sliding around on you too much. So maybe you have a better system, let me know. If not, this works really well for me. So maybe it can work pretty good for you. Alright, so now the calves. The calves are probably the most aggravating piece on the kit, mainly because I have spoons. You're saying, what are spoons? Well, spoons are this bad. Spoons is this piece right here. Spoons. Yeah, so this piece will come off, and it'll allow you to put your foot in, and then you've got to figure out some way to put it back into the kit, right? So you've got to have some way to lock it in, and I mean, as you can see, it could be a real pain in the butt, anytime you walk funny or maybe take a wrong step, this will pop out, and you'll be walking around like that, and it's kind of aggravating. There's a lot of good techniques with magnets and stuff like that you can use. Basically, where I have the Velcro right here, you can put magnets so that whenever it folds back, you'll have magnets holding it in. Again, I just was a big fan of the Velcro. I had plenty of it. I maybe purchased too much from Amazon, and so I went Velcro happy. And then same on this other one. The spoons are probably the most aggravating piece, just because of how they are and how they're attached. But most of the time people are drawn to the actual body and everything else, so you don't really see a whole lot of pieces and problems with the shins. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, I've got some foam and stuff in there to help hold it in place and keep it from sliding and rocking. And again, this weathering job, it's a lot of black acrylic paint and some charcoal in some places. But if you guys think of better ways to weather, please let me know. Definitely open to suggestions. And this thing is a living kit. So, as pieces break or as things get outdated or old or stuff like that, you kind of are able to replace it with different newer stuff, and it's always growing. You know, you're always doing small little tweaks and stuff like that. But all right, so let's check out a couple miscellaneous things. So on the 2/12 kit, my back plate is kind of customized pretty heavily. I've got a couple radio packs down here at the bottom, and a second grenade canister up here at the top. Of course, the back plate right here is standard, so my 501st one has that as well. But the 501st does not have the 2 radio packs, nor does it have the top grenade. All it has is just the back plate. So kind of cool that you get to customize the orange one a bit, and it looks, I don't know, it looks more important, you know, like you're somebody in charge or something, somebody special. Oh yes. So now we have the purse. It's a satchel, so you know you've got your grenades or whatever these things are. I'm the worst Star Wars fan ever, but I'm not really sure what they are. They're what they're supposed to be, rather. Yeah, they may be a grenade or a charging cell of some sort for a weapon, but I'm really not sure. Could not tell you, but I can tell you how to build them though. So these are just roofing tacks with another wooden dowel, and this is the same bandolero, the shotgun shells bandolero, as this guy right here. The only difference is let me see if I can zoom in right. So this middle piece right here, where it's cinched down to the actual fabric itself, I cut that to make 2 equal 1 big one, and that worked out fantastic. Fantastic for this. It's just wide enough, and it's tight enough that everything holds into place very well. Don't have to worry about it slipping out. But my satchel is amazing because, unlike any other stormtrooper or anything like that, I can keep supplies ready to go in case I have to make a on-the-troop fix. Or if I want to keep my cell phone with me while I'm trooping. It's super easy to do, and allows me that much more peace of mind. Because some of the places we go, they're nice, but the changing rooms aren't that great. So you know, it's just better to keep your wallet and your phone and some of the valuables with you. But the satchel, although it's quite maybe not the most manly, it allows me to keep my stuff with me, so I like that. All right, and now let's check out the gun. Okay, so this is a DC-15A, and it's been through the ringer. It's a 3D printed gun, so believe it or not, everything inside here is hollow. It's a pain in the butt trying to get put together, though. I will say that, because it's probably, millimeters thick around the edges, and it's not the easiest thing to put together. So it comes in pieces, right? So this right here back is a piece. You know, this right here is a piece. That is a piece. You know, it comes in pieces. So it's an awesome lightweight alternative to a wood DC-15, but it's I don't know. If I had to do it again, I would go back with a wooden piece. But as you can see, it's kind of had its battle scars. I've got a Lego holding it together there, and on the other side, another Lego holding it together. Yeah, so it's been through a couple battles, but it still works really well. And you know, when you're holding it, nobody can see that it's a Lego there. And they're focused primarily on you. You know, wearing the kit and taking pictures and stuff like that, so they don't even notice the gun a whole lot. But you know, if I had to do it again, I would definitely look at a wooden alternative. And I think that covers it, guys. The only thing that I didn't go over, I don't believe, was the neck seal, and that just goes around your neck to help give you a little bit of, I guess, darkness up into the helmet, so nobody can really see your face. When you turn and look around and stuff, they don't see your chin and stuff. They see just the neck seal. Yeah, let's. I think that's about it, guys. If you have any questions or specifics that you want to see, or maybe you want me to go over again, please let me know. I think that's pretty much it. The shoes are from Imperial Snow. I can't remember where the shoes are right now, or shoes are from right now. But when I throw it up in the description, I will put the link to those shoes in there in case you were looking at maybe making a clone for yourself. So these are the realistic shoes. These won't work with animated clones. This entire kit is a realistic clone. So realistic means that it was seen in the movies and not in the cartoon. Cartoon Network had a cartoon series that ran for, I think, 7 seasons, and the clones in that are called animated clones. Mine was seen in the movies, so I'm a realistic clone. All that saying that the shoes are different. Kind of a roundabout way to say that, but yeah, guys, if you have any questions or want to see anything in specifics, let me know, and I'll try to get you a close-up detailed view or an explanation of why I did it this way or something to that effect. But if you like the video, want to see more, please give me a thumbs up, and a little bit of feedback would be great. I'm not the best speaker, when it comes to doing all this stuff, but practice makes perfect, I suppose. And I'd love to start taking actual videos of troops and stuff. If you want to see that, again, like it, give me some feedback on the comments, and hope you guys enjoyed it.